Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy Sean Carter, and I'm here with.
Hey man, it's your boy Coach Lightword, man. Look, if you don't know the slogan, you better get with the slogan, man. I don't know where to start, but let's talk about it,
And
God.
this is
Hey,
Or Game Day, man. Today we're gonna break down some phenomenal games. We're gonna break down some teams that we thought should have did good, some teams that we didn't think was gonna do good, did good. So we're gonna start from there. But the first team on the slate, we're gonna talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Atlanta Falcons. What's your thought, Coach?
they spent all that money for nothing. They spent all that money for nothing, dog. And let me say this: the Steelers have a great pass rush with Watt and Heisman. Is
Highsmith.
it Highsmith? They have a great pass rush. They have a very good defense.
Yeah,
But at the same time, Kurt, we paid you all this money to lead us to the promised land, to get those tough wins, and you throw two picks,
three,
three.
three.
Well, he threw one at the end.
Yeah,
Come on, man. What are we talking about, man? We paid you all that money. Hell, we could have thrown Penix out there and got the same results.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they spent the money. They got Justin Simmons from my
Yep.
Broncos.
Win.
They picked. Yeah, man, they got a squad.
Yeah,
They
Grady's back because he was hurt last year with a season-ending injury. So Grady's back, which to me was bull. Was he get
right. So you
Grady
got all
crazy?
you got weapons on offense, you got weapons on defense, and this is what y'all put out there. Y'all scored 10 points.
Yeah.
10 points? Come on, man. Nah. Come on.
So
Gotta be
so
better.
for me, I'm a Steelers fan. So like for me, what I'm about to say is biased but not biased, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is the defense won us the game.
Right.
Kirk Cousins, that O line didn't have not one answer for T.J. Watt. Didn't have an answer for Alex Highsmith. Didn't have an answer for Cam. They was you talking about if you want consistent pressure, boy, Pittsburgh scared the money out of Kirk Cousins last night.
Absolutely.
My bad, I said last night, yesterday. So when we sit here and we talk about an established defense, if Pittsburgh not your top three, it's a problem. And the only team I can kind of think is better is the 49ers. And that's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like balanced in a sense because they got a better secondary. They don't got a good pass rush in a sense. They got one good pass rusher, and everybody else follow the energy of it.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. It's the way they're built.
Yeah.
Both teams play great defense. And
Yeah.
that's what they're built off of. And I
So
love it.
so now here's what a double-edged sword comes for me. Too many penalty calls on Pittsburgh's offense. George Pickens had a 35-yard catch, but got called back because he decided to do an offensive pass interference. He pushed off,
Correct.
how the corner was. George Pickens didn't have to push off,
Right. Okay.
Because I think he still could have caught it, right? Because they
Mm-hmm.
did the same exact route. Difference is he didn't push off and he still beat him and got the same 30 yards. Difference is the only difference between both of the 30 yards is one literally could have been a touchdown, and the other one got us on the 30-yard mark.
Okay. Yeah. For one, George Pickens is a mismatch nightmare.
Yeah.
Dog, like he's just a matchup nightmare because he's so big. You know, he's not the fastest, but he's sneaky fast.
Yeah.
You know, he's sneaky quick. So yeah, man. I mean, shout out to Justin Fields pulling out a dub. He wasn't great. You know, he wasn't great.
Game manager.
He was a mobile game manager. You know, a mobile game manager.
Have a turnover. He did miss some check downs. He did miss some precise reads, but overall, as far as running, granted he didn't rely on his legs. He ran when need be. He didn't I'm gonna run, and he had some phenomenal throws.
Yeah.
So, but now when they come into week 2, Roman Wilson back, which is the receiver we drafted for Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Darnell Washington got banged up, got nicked a little bit, but he gonna be back. We also get 2 starting offensive linemen back.
Right.
So Najee, he was getting his head full of steam because he was running over them. My problem with Atlanta is, why did you go pay Kirk Cousins all that money if you knew he was going to go draft a quarterback? And you got
Because
the quarterback in the top 10 at that.
see, here's the thing: the market is the market.
Yeah.
And somebody has to set the market. I forgot who got paid right before Kirk Cousins, but they set the market.
Jalen Hurts, I think.
Was it Jalen?
Yeah, I think it was Jalen.
Okay, so when Jalen got paid, we knew when the next person came up or the next person stepped up to get paid was going to get paid, and Kirk Cousins was it. And it's fully guaranteed, ain't it?
Have majority of it, yeah. I think
Yeah.
the biggest contract is Deshaun Watson, the $260 million guaranteed, fully guaranteed.
Oh yeah, the show.
So whoever Kirk Cousins' agent is, deserve a raise.
Absolutely.
Because you finessing these teams, dog. You getting away with highway robbery. Because you got weapons like Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, and you got 10 points. Matter of fact, fuck it, you got 7 points. Because the other 3 came from a field goal. You could not, bro. Bijan did his thing. Kyle Pitts is the only person that scored. And the only reason Kyle Pitts scored literally is because when Pittsburgh had ran a defense, it was supposed to be a blind blitz with a coverage. And Deshaun Elliott dropped down too far and Kyle Pitts was wide open. Because he tried to sneak it, he tried to jump it, and Kyle Pitts just basically just
right
past him. Pittsburgh defense going to be the reason if they make a big run or not. Because unless which I hope, and I had seen this topic, who should start week 2? Russell Wilson, if he's healthy. The only reason I said it, Russell Wilson can actually throw the ball.
He throws a better ball than Justin Fields. Yeah.
But if you want to, like, playing against Atlanta was perfect. Artie Smith used to coach there. Artie Smith wanted Justin Fields there.
Right.
So to me, no matter how they was gonna get the win, I felt like they was gonna get the win. People kept bet. I think there's only 2 people that actually went for Pittsburgh to win. I'm like, dumb as hell. Like, you don't see it on that defense.
Right.
Secondary showed up. Secondary was pick. It would have been 4 picks if Joey Porter Jr. didn't drop it. It would have been 4. So you want to talk about ball hogs with leaders like Mika Fitzpatrick in the backfield. You got T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward. Then you got Patrick Queen in the middle that was lighting that middle up.
Right.
So, and I don't think people understand, like, did Pittsburgh spend a lot of money? Yes, but they spent a lot of money on their defense. And it shows.
Yeah.
And they retained everybody on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the players I like is Deontay Jackson, which was a trade to Carolina when we traded Deontay Johnson.
Right.
And he's the one who got that last pick to seal it, and he was about to score off the pick 6. He was about to score.
Yeah.
There. So
yeah.
I like that one very much. Atlanta need to figure out what they're gonna do. If they don't let Kirk rock another week, to me, I don't put as much stock into week 1 because a lot of starters don't play in the preseason for real. They probably gonna play like 5-10% of the snaps.
Right.
Because technically preseason ain't nothing but an audition calls for people that got drafted, undrafted, people don't want to make a roster. Then even when it comes down, depends if you play opening night, like if you play like a Thursday, Friday, like the Chiefs, Eagles, Baltimore, and Packers did, you probably got like a week and a half to practice, if that, because you got to travel, especially since it was out the country.
So where do they play at next?
Who?
Atlanta.
Eagles.
That's in the country, right? They ain't got to travel.
Yeah. They play Philly. They play in
Philly. I mean, the Eagles got a pass rush, but I mean they ain't like the Steelers. They ain't like the Steelers
because we traveled to Arizona.
See, y'all got something cooking. Y'all got something cooking. I'm serious, man. Y'all got something cooking in Pittsburgh because those two ends are crazy.
As far as the game, I liked it. I don't, like I said, me personally, I'm not gonna put too much stock into week 1. A lot of people is getting their legs under, and a lot of people's coming back. So for me personally, I'm not putting too much stock into it. Right? A great defense will always be a great defense. For me, I want to see what Justin Fields can do. I want to see what Kirk Cousins can do in a new system, in a new uniform, in a new environment. Because everybody kept saying Minnesota was holding him back. Dog, he did better in Minnesota. He should have just stayed there.
So I'm gonna say this: week 1 is always a telltale sign about what you struggle with.
Yeah.
You know, you got guys coming off an injury from last year. They didn't play the preseason.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to work them in. But what I saw in every game that I watched was penalties. Was just penalties.
Man.
A lot of formation penalties, a lot of, you know,
God calls.
right. It's a lot of mental stuff. A lot of mental stuff.
Which I believe gonna get cleaned up.
It has to.
As the weeks progresses.
It has
to. Or it's gonna hurt you in the playoffs.
It has to, or they're gonna have to tell the refs, hey man, look, you can't call it on one squad and not calling it on the other squad. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that.